Hello and welcome back to Come Geek Some. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe for all future content. Do you want to know how stupid this is becoming now? Ever since this all started a couple of months ago, people didn't really care about the Vic situation in mainstream media or otherwise. You know, a lot of people, obviously people in the community, we all hated it, and obviously people on the other side, they're still trying to get Vic done and trying to get rid of him and everything else. But it's only been the last 2 to 3 weeks where everything now has hit a fever pitch and everything is going literally missile rocket launched, sort of thing. Obviously you had the Dallas news, but everyone's favourite douchebag, Greg Douchette, who is supposedly running, or he has actually ran for office and he never won. Even if he is, people don't vote for him because he is literally a slime bag. And he's actually published an article himself now on Indy Week. Yes, you heard that right, on Indy Week. And it's really funny because the way he talks about it, it's like it's happening in his area, but it's not. So we're going to have a little look. So I was tagged in this on Twitter. So thank you ever so much, Nate, for this. Yes, he did it. He wrote an article. Then obviously we got the Indy Week thing, and we got a picture of him there, looking rather smarmy and looking like that you literally just want to poke him in the eye. Anyway, the actual article he has written, in North Carolina, sharing your Me Too story could land you in court. Well, no, it's not. He's only doing it because, again, he's been wrongfully accused. So, since the Me Too movement went viral in late 2017, a number of once powerful celebrities have become synonymous with this. You got Harvey Weinstein, Cosby, R. Kelly, all these people. Again, no, you did have Kevin Spacey and a few others, but people have come out now and said they actually lied about certain things. So that just goes to show that even though the Me Too movement was a great thing, it can also be a terrible thing because people will use it just to hurt people. Hurt someone they don't like or whatever. So you've got to be very careful of that sort of thing. A once powerful celebrity you might not immediately recognise is Victor Mignogna. Vic to his rabid fans. See, he's straight away. You can tell he's on the other side just by the way he's trying to lay this out. That Vic is this. So, Vic is a former star. He's not a former star. He's still one of the biggest stars in anime. Known for providing the voice of popular characters in Full Metal Alchemist and Dragon Ball franchises. And like many of those in the household name, Vic was called out for spending the better part of 2 decades supposedly doing all this, including 2 of his co-workers. The fallout of his exposure was swift. Vic was dropped from one production company, then by another, as more women shared their stories about him on social media. But then Vic took a different approach than the men before him. He filed a defamation lawsuit against his victims in Texas, claiming his accusers damaged his reputation by describing everything that supposedly happened. So it's when you go by here now. This sort of tactic, attempting to silence someone by suing them, is known as a strategic lawsuit against public participation. SLAPs use civil litigation to intimidate critics by sapping their time, money and morale. And the use of SLAPs has grown alongside the growth of social media. Just in the last year, a doctor sued a patient in New York for $1 million after the woman left a negative review on Yelp. A Missouri man was sued for leaving a 3-star TripAdvisor review of a theme park he visited. And a South Carolina restaurant sued a customer after she posted on Facebook that the restaurant's new management would not honour the owner's coupons. But SLAP suits are particularly vexatious when they are against the victims of this. So, I'm not going to read the rest because basically everything that he has said in here now is just like, come on mate, you are literally just talking about what you've done and that's really it. It's a complete and utter rubbish article. But again, he's only done it just so he can get his name out there, and it almost seems now that he wants to get pulled into the into the lawsuit for some unknown reason, and I don't know why. It's going to be very interesting to see how all of this plans out now, because the way he has done this, the way he is just, it's just the way he's done everything. To me, he's after something. I've said it before and I'll say it again now. I'm pretty sure this guy, he wants to get pulled into the lawsuit for some unknown reason. And it wouldn't surprise me if he's probably doing it just so he can get a couple of clients if anything does happen. But when you see it, it's just like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Why are you even, he didn't even appear into it until like 5 months and 5.5 months into the whole thing. It's almost like he needs clients, he has no one. If he picks the loudest side that he knows are going to basically become the issue or the main person in a defamation or a slander lawsuit, he can be like, oh, I'll be your lawyer. That's what it's like. And I really can see that happening with this. Because, again, with this, I'll leave the link for the actual article below. And, actually, no, I won't. Because I'll just give him the views, won't it? So, yeah, we're not going to do that. So, it's quite good. And I'll just leave it. But, yeah, so, he's literally talking about Vic. So, we have... Right, we got 1, 2, 3. Well, no, not even 3. The third actual paragraph of which Vic's mentioned in, he's literally just like one line. So he's literally just done this to say, oh, well, basically he's filled it with nonsense and he's talked about priors and everything else and obviously people in the Me Too movement, but he hasn't actually brought into them the people who were actually deemed innocent, has he? No, he hasn't, because that's the kind of person he is. But, yeah, I'll leave this here now, so I don't really want to speak to him about him anymore, because he just got, again, one of those faces, just want to poke in the eye, There's a poke in the eye, done. Or flick on the nose, like he's been a bad dog. So, if you are new to the channel, please like and surprise. Surprise? Wouldn't be surprising. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates, and I'll see you lovely people soon.